Allegedly. Allegedly. It's just the word allegedly. It's what I heard allegedly. It's on the street allegedly. I sing to the beat allegedly. 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 It's what I heard allegedly. It's just the word allegedly. Don't blame, don't sue allegedly. It won't help you allegedly. 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 Bitch, one of you was flat. Good evening, good evening, good evening. I hope everyone is doing well today. Let's start off with the nails. So we have this from Zoya on the right hand. This is Aggie. She's giving you copper. And then from our same fall set, we have Adina on the left hand. And Adina is giving us purple and green iridescence. And if you want to pick those up from my Amazon store, the link is in the chat. And this is the link to the set of 4. These are the fall colors. You see, we've got iridescent, that purple, chocolate, and then the purple iridescent. But let's get to today's top stories from this bottom. And we have to start off with the fact that Bethany Ankle was right. Even a broken, withered, and weathered clock can be right. And Bethany is right. Real Housewives of New York is coming on tonight, and I can't bring myself to deal with that kind of punishment. Thank goodness we can look at Beverly Hills for something interesting. I'm sorry, but I'm ready to look at Luman, Sonia, Dorinda, not Ramona, though. We don't need to bring Ramona back. She can stay in Mar-a-Lago. We don't need her. But I'm sorry, these new girls, they are awful, they are boring, they are trite, and most importantly, and worst of all, they are self-produced. They are self-produced. Kim Kardashian shows off her Telesia robot, reportedly valued at $30,000. Is that really showing off for Kim Kardashian? I feel like all the money you have, you should be buying like $1 million robots. You should have an all-robot staff if you're that girl. But then again, you can't even pass the bar. So just because somebody decided to send you a defective floor model and you want to show it off for a couple of shekels, because we know that's all advertisement. That's why I'm like, $30,000 and Kim Kardashian don't go together. That sounds cheap for her. If I had that kind of money, I wouldn't want a robot that was $30,000. I'm sorry, that's giving me budget. That's giving me budget. If I want a robot that's going to be walking around half sentient in my house, I want to spend the full budget on that. I don't want to cheap out. I don't want a baseline model that accidentally like falls on me or decides to, try to control humanity. I want the top of the line robot that's going to actually make my life easier. That's not time to skimp. That's not time to skimp. Speaking of skimping and skimpy, Mike Tyson was offered $250,000 from a porn site because he went viral for walking away and having his ass showing. $250,000 for Uncle Booty? For Uncle Booty. I am in the wrong damn business. I swear to God. Exactly, a no-name brand robot. But I'm sorry, $250,000 for that bus, for 60-year-old bus? $250,000? I should get half. I should be getting half. I will put my ass out there for $500,000. Where are these people getting these deals from? Christ. That's a down payment on a house right there. Damn. And speaking of down payments on houses, Tyrese, you are one of the sorriest black men alive. You are one of the sorriest black men alive. You have made a career out of whining about taking care of your children. You have more than enough money to pay both of your ex-wives to live richly, so your children can live richly. And it's not like you would ever go without. You wouldn't miss a meal, a concert, a date, a financial opportunity. You have more than enough to support the families you and your rancid penis created. And you still get up every day and you bitch and you moan. I just wish you had been infertile. I really do. God, sterility would have saved us so many of these trifling conversations, so many of these meaningless moments. Oh, goodness. Every baby is a blessing, but why does it seem like every other father is a curse? The baby is a blessing, but the father is the curse. I mean, my God, you can pay these women and you ain't gonna miss nothing. You have more than enough money where you can say, I'm gonna set aside $5 million each. Here you go. Here's some $1 million homes, and then take the rest of the money and you can put it in an index fund and everybody will be paid forever where you don't have to think about it. But every day you wake up and you whine. You have the opportunity to be a good black father with your wealth and your influence. You've got it easy and you still fuck it up royally every day. Every day. Ooh. In other news, Diddy has groupies in jail. Groupies. I mean, I guess for some people, the freak off just don't stop. And I was thinking that. I'm like, maybe we needed to put Diddy in a women's prison, because a men's prison, I don't think he's having a bad time. He likes to watch men have sex. We're putting him in a men's prison. That's not prison. That's a smorgasbord. Put him in with the women. The women. Goodness. He's got groupies already. Groupies. And you know it's a group. They like, shoot. Outside, they was tooting for Tootsie. In here, it's coitus for commissary. Coitus for commissary. I can't. And you know who else can't? Jeannie Mai, because she is saying that Jeezy is harassing her over this oppressive subpoena of her bank records. Y'all was married for 10 minutes and you have one baby. Why do you need her bank records? She ain't getting nothing. Like, why do you need her bank records? Why are y'all arguing like this? And also, we know you hit her. Why do you need her bank records when you hit her? She needs yours. You gonna pop me? I need a payment. I need a payment if you gonna hit me. But Lord, I may never get married because they were married for 15 minutes, but they've been divorcing for years. Just like Kenya. Just like Kenya. In Real Housewives of Atlanta news, Porsha Williams has been spotted filming with her ex-fiance, Dennis. Now, I want to know, have you apologized to his mother for trying to hit her with the light on the set of that family show? Because I remember when you picked up that light, you was trying to hit that mama. I remember. Pepperidge Farm remembers. Did you apologize? It seems like Porsha would go back to Dennis because Porsha always has to have a man with a few dollars. It doesn't matter what he looks like. Porsha likes him ugly. Ugly and gay. Well, at least ugly. Ugly's been consistent. She only had one gay, allegedly. Allegedly. But I don't know how I feel because do I like to see Porsha get ghetto, get ratchet, get ignorant? Yes. But Mia Thornton seems to be bringing the love and hip hop to the Real Housewives franchise with, this neglectful mothering. I mean, she said, Moniece, you thought you were a bad parent? Hold on. I'm going to show you shitty parenting. I'm going to throw the fact that I don't know who these kids' fathers are in their face. I'm going to throw it in the face and in the face of the viewer. Mia has single-handedly taken Real Housewives of Potomac down yet again. It was doing good. We had gotten out of the darkness of the colorism, but now we're in the darkness of Mia's scheming, thieving ways because we realize you've been with Ink siphoning money off of this coot the whole time. I'm surprised you didn't bump him off because Mia seems like the type to give him 18 months. But somebody must have been watching and somebody must have known, hey, if something happens to him, make sure she don't get shit. Test them kids. So that's why she went on and got on the show and divorced him publicly. Because otherwise, I'm telling you, he would have been at the bottom of Lake Norman, gone missing. And she would have sat and waited and then collecting the missing person's life insurance. And you might have to sit for 7 years in the state of North Carolina if there's no body. Allegedly. In not so allegedly news, Kris Jenner and Cordy Gamble are reportedly planning joint liposuction before Christmas after gaining weight from food and alcohol. One, why aren't y'all on Ozempic, especially his big hip ass? Jesus Christ. Don't phone. I can't, why aren't y'all on Ozempic? And then two, why would you get lipo before the holidays? You know you just going to gain more weight off food and alcohol. Why not just wait until January and get it all done so you'll be good for summer? That don't make no damn sense. Yep, that family with the chiropractor business was watching. They was watching. I believe. This is all alleged. I'm not saying it's true. I'm just saying I believe it. Scrappy clarifies that he dislikes his ex-wife Bambi, but he doesn't hate her because hate is a strong word. You know what I hope you hate, Scrappy? I hope you hate the fact that you have made millions of dollars in the entertainment game and you still don't own a home in cheap-ass Atlanta. I hope you hate that more than you hate anything else, because that's what you should hate. In news that I hate, Cardi B said her sophomore album will drop in 2025. Girl, I'm done. I am done. I am no longer a Cardi B fan. You have run out of music. I don't want your album in 2025. I'm not interested. This was it. I don't want to hear from you. Go act. Go back to love and hip hop. I don't know what you want to do. I don't know what you're going to do. But I enjoyed you while you lasted. But this is it. I'm not going to allow someone else to Rihanna me. Rihanna did it once. Rihanna did it right. But we're not fooling again. We're not going to be fooled. You're not going to get us. Cardi, we respect you. And I would love to see you as an actress. But you are no longer a good enough actress to pretend to be a rapper. I can tell you that. I can tell you that. Oh, and speaking of somebody else that might need to hang it up, Keisha Cole gets emotional while singing I Remember amid breakup with Huncho. Keisha, we know you more for your breakups than your relationship successes. Why don't you keep your relationships private? Kind of like Halle Berry. Now, Halle Berry has her boyfriend, Van Hunt, testifying about her ex-husband, Oliver, during custody hearing. Meanwhile, girl, these kids have been having custody hearings since they were born. Aren't these kids grown? And now you got your new man testifying about your old man and your other old man. It's too messy. It's too messy. Halle, you have an Oscar. You are class. You are elegance. You are intelligent. And you are an incredible storyteller. Why is it so messy with the men? Keep it out of our face. We understand life happens, but keep it out of our face. Keep it out of our face. And in more Housewives news, the franchise could be headed to Toronto. I think that's just what we need because Toronto is not as oppressive as the UAE or other places overseas where women aren't allowed to have the freedoms that they need to make a show like that interesting. The Housewives is rooted in American women's freedom to express themselves, to vote, to have business, to be equal to or greater than the men that they have married. When you have a culture where, women are really told to be quiet, that just doesn't work with what Housewives is all about. So I think it'll work in Toronto. And I would love to see more of Canada because, we had, who was that heifer that ran off when she was confronted with her lesbonics? Tracy, Stacy, Kristen. I don't know. I like their outfits, but I want to see some Canadians that'll actually get with you. Some Metsy Canadians like Toya. All right. Well, I guess those were today's top stories from this bottom. So I'm going to drop that Amazon link in here one more again to get these colors. And I'm going to see y'all soon for some.